I thought I'd start the meeting on a real positive note. So I thought I'd start on a real positive note. So this is an article that Ben Stein, you guys know who Ben Stein is? Yeah. Ben Stein wrote on 7/19/2010 at 6:08 a.m. I don't know why he tells you what time he writes his articles at, but he does. So it says, I'm 65 now. I've lived through many recessions. The first one I remember clearly was in 1958. And the worst one by far until now was the one in the late 1970s, stretching into the early 1980s, when we had double-digit inflation and double-digit unemployment simultaneously. That should have been impossible, but thanks to union cost of living adjustments, contracts, and skyrocketing oil prices, it was indeed possible. But the current recession, which really started with some very tense days in late 2007, and began in deadly earnest when Hank Paulson, possibly the most incompetent Treasury Secretary of all time, allowed Lehman Brothers to fail, has been the most upsetting for several reasons. For one, it has hit the people closest to me the hardest. Until now, I never had a friend who was truly in financial extreme from a recession. When recessions happen, they happen to people in Ohio or Illinois or Michigan. Now they hit hard in California and in the law field where so many of my friends work in Washington, D.C. Yes, even in D.C., where I am from. I never had a friend lose his house until this recession, and now I am sad to say I've had many pals who've had either lost their homes or in the process of losing their homes. Next, because this recession hit employment so hard, but also hit home values so hard, many of my friends who thought they were rolling in real estate equity find themselves without work and also upside down on their homes, with lofty mortgages to pay and no ability to sell their homes. This is not happening to people in faraway places. This is happening to people very near me, extremely near me. Because the correction has hit hiring, real estate, and also stock prices so desperately hard from formerly upper middle class people find themselves very short on assets for retirement, owing more on their homes than the homes can fetch, and either jobless or underemployed. They are truly afraid on a scale I've never expected to see. In a word, I'm seeing real desperation, which I've never seen before, up close and personal. This is especially true for those facing retirement. I see it even in the very Tony neighborhoods where I hang out, like Beverly Hills and Rancho Mirage and Malibu. Older people and even younger people are scared. However, as the economist I am, I try not to only watch through and wring my hands, but to draw lessons and rules from the experience. Here are a few of them. Number one, people who bought guaranteed income in the form of annuities from insurance companies have been saved. As far as I'm aware, no insurers have failed to make the guaranteed payments they were contracted to make. People who bought variable annuities with floor values and guaranteed incomes and inflation riders have been able to laugh at the economic tornadoes. There are many people who hate insurers, but for those who put their trust in insurance companies that guarantee their old age comfort, there has been security. Number two, the people who have been laid off and cannot find work are generally people with poor work habits and poor personalities. I say generally because there are exceptions, but in general, as I survey the ranks of those who are unemployed, I see people who have overbearing and unpleasant personalities and or who do not know how to do a day's work. They are people who create either little utility or negative utility on the job. Again, there are powerful exceptions, and I know some. But when employers are looking to lay off, they lay off the least productive or the most negative to assure that the worker is not one of them. He should learn how to work and how to get along, not always easy. This brings to mind an idea I have long had, that high schools and colleges should have a course on